Hey everyone, quick weekly market update. Let's break down what happened this week. This week was driven by geopolitics and oil, with early weakness across the market. However, despite the volatility, we're still seeing a positive week overall. S&P closed up around plus 3.4%, Dow Jones plus 3%, and Nasdaq leading with nearly plus 4%, showing relative strength in tech. Midweek, we saw a sharp rally as tensions eased and oil stabilized, bringing buyers back into growth. The move didn't fully hold, though. Markets pulled back into consolidation as weaker data and profit-taking added some caution. On Friday, markets were closed, but the key event was a strong jobs report, reinforcing a resilient economy, though potentially delaying rate cuts. Now let's take a look at some of the key movers for the week. Looking at the 5-day change, we're seeing a mixed picture across large caps. Google is up around plus 7.9% over the week. On the news panel, we're seeing a mix of both positive and negative reactions. However, earlier this week, we did see a positive update, with the company introducing its Gemma 4 AI model series, which likely helped support the move and overall sentiment. NVIDIA is up around plus 5.5%. On the news side, there's no strong catalyst. The move is mainly driven by continued strength in AI. Broadcom is up around plus 4.4%. On the news side, we're seeing a positive catalyst with a CFO transition announcement, which is supporting the move. Tesla is down around minus 0.9%. On the news side, we're seeing a clear negative catalyst as Q1 deliveries missed expectations. Now let's move on to earnings. We didn't have many reports this week, but a couple of names stood out. Nike reported solid results, but the stock moved lower after earnings. So despite the beat, the reaction was negative, and we can see continued weakness on the chart. On the other hand, Constellation Brands reported strong results, beating both revenue and earnings expectations. The stock is now consolidating, holding its gains after the move. Now I'll show you something I actually checked during the week. I usually go through this after the close or in pre-market, just to quickly see where the biggest moves happened. First, I look at the upside. Here we can see names like SBAC up around plus 18%, clearly standing out as one of the strongest movers, so right away I know where the momentum is. Then I also check the downside. For example, Tesla is down around minus 5.4%. So this gives a quick view of where the weakness is coming in. From here, I can go deeper. Check the news, the chart, and see if there's a real setup or not. So overall, this week was all about volatility and rotation. We saw sharp downside early on, a strong relief rally midweek, and then consolidation into the end. The key theme remains the same. Markets are highly sensitive to geopolitics and oil, while macro data is starting to play a bigger role again. Looking ahead, the focus will be on inflation data next week, as well as any new developments around the Middle East. So for now, the market is still in a wait-and-see mode, with no clear direction yet. That's it for this week's recap. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and leave a comment. Thank you for watching, subscribe or sign up to our research, and don't forget to do your own research.